Good morning. I'm extremely delighted and honored to be able to address the Nordic conference that convenes this 23rd and 24th of October in Helsinki. I have been for 6 years, between 2008 and 2014, the United Nations Special Rapporteur on the right to food, appointed to this position by the Human Rights Council. And in the course of those few years, and now as the co chair of the International Panel of Experts on Sustainable Food Systems, I could witness a very significant change in how we discuss food systems and the objectives that they should fulfill. In fact, in the 1960s and 70s, our approach to food systems, our approach to the role of public authorities in shaping food systems was extremely different. And I believe that an initiative such as the New Nordic Food Initiative is very symptomatic and telling as to the new understanding we have of food systems and what they should deliver. Let me explain this by emphasizing perhaps three directions in which the discussion has been moving in the past 10 or 15 years, which the New Nordic Food Initiative testifies to. First of all, in the 1960s and 1970s, when our food systems were shaped in the form that they have received today, the key objective was to provide an ample supply of cheap calories on the markets in order to allow all people to eat at affordable prices. The emphasis was on producing more, was on producing at the lowest cost possible, and to industrialize food production in order to achieve economies of scale and to satisfy a growing demand. Today, the expectations we have towards the food systems are much more complex and much more difficult, in fact, to fulfill. We want food systems that provide an adequate remuneration to food producers and to workers in the food system. We want, in other terms, the food system to be socially equitable. We want also the food systems to provide adequate public health outcomes. We want the food that we consume to be nutritious, to be healthy, and we want the diets to be sufficiently balanced, particularly for children. And thirdly, we want food systems to be environmentally sustainable, when in the past we have developed food systems that have reduced significantly agrobiodiversity, that have increased levels of emissions of greenhouse gases, and have led the food systems to depend very heavily on fossil energies for their industrialization. Today, we want food systems that are socially equitable, that provide adequate public health outcomes, and that are environmentally sustainable. So it's a much more holistic approach to food systems we need, a much more multi-dimensional assessment of food systems that is desired, and the New Nordic Food Initiative goes exactly in this direction, basically understanding that the public wants something else than cheap calories all year long. A second shift that we've witnessed is in the use of public contracts, public procurement, in order to make this shift towards sustainable food systems. In the past, public authorities, when they were buying food for school feeding programs, for public administrations, for hospitals, they basically focused on the lowest prices in the assessment of the tenderers' offers in the preparation of public contracts. Today, public procurement is seen as an opportunity to reward more sustainable approaches to food production and food servicing. And for example, if we look at the direction in which the regulation has been moving, this shift is extremely significant and clear. In 2014, the new government procurement agreement within the World Trade Organization entered into force. This was negotiated in 2011, 2012, and 2014. And the new GPA, the new government procurement agreement, allows for the inclusion of a number of social and environmental criteria in the assessment of tenders, by public authorities. Similarly, within the EU, and this of course concerns within the Nordic Council of Ministers, Denmark, Finland, and Sweden, within the European Union, the new directive on public procurement, Directive 2014-24 of 26th of February 2014, allows again the public authorities to take into account in choosing to award public contracts social, environmental dimensions that in the past the Court of Justice of the European Union had recognized as legitimate, but were not necessarily systematically mentioned in the relevant directives on public procurement in the EU. And this is extremely significant. In countries such as European countries, the role of the public sector in the country's GDP is equivalent to 17–18% at a minimum. And so the tool of public contracts, of public procurement, can be extremely important to encourage a shift towards more localized and more sustainable food systems. A third shift that we've seen is in the understanding of the central importance of schools and education in making this shift towards sustainable ways of producing and consuming food. School children are a very important public by which we can re-educate families to cooking, to adequate eating practices, thereby reducing the risks of obesity and teaching healthy eating practices. We have to realize that over the past generation, we have lost many cooking skills. Many families now have become highly dependent on heavily processed foods. They spend less time cooking, they spend less time eating together within the household, and as a result, the diets have shifted to diets depending more on prepared processed foods that are heavy in salt, in sugar and saturated fats, and are less healthy, leading to a rise of non-communicable diseases. By teaching children how to eat, by reconnecting them with their food systems, by reconstituting a cuisine culture that is otherwise being lost, we can achieve a lot in terms of rebuilding local food systems and shifting to sustainable ways of producing and eating food. So I very much hope that the Nordic Conference of Helsinki will further encourage this very important new Nordic food initiative, which I believe is in the vanguard of the public initiatives that we need today to move towards more socially just, more environmentally sustainable, and more healthy food systems for the future. With this, I would like to thank you, and I wish you excellent work in your deliberations.